Hi again, and welcome back to Rebecca's Reading Club for Kids, where I read stories to children. So mom and dad, you guys can take a break, and kids, you can enjoy. Today's story is about space, like up in the sky, where we're talking about stars and moons and planets, and we follow the adventures of a powerful woman named Queen Vernita. Now, Queen Vernita has gone on many adventures. In fact, there are so many books by Dr. Dawn Menge, where she goes on paddle boats in the southern parts of the United States. She learns about volcanoes. She goes all around the world. Gator country, alligators, what is that all about? And off the coast of Mexico. She is extraordinary. So Dr. Dawn Menge is the author. What's interesting about Dr. Dawn Menge is she works in education. She has a PhD and works with kids with disabilities. So a lot of her stories have things in there that help with repetition for kids to learn. But boy, they learn so much with Queen Vernita. So you ready? This book is Queen Vernita meets Sir Heathybean, the astronomer. Queen Vernita was thrilled that Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, and Cora, the teacher, had arrived to teach her visitors about astronomy. Astronomy comes from the Greek words star and law. It is the scientific study of celestial objects. Queen Vernita immediately sat down and invited her friends to come and visit. She wrote an invitation for one visitor per month: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Well, in January, Austin came to visit Queen Vernita, Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, and Cora, the teacher. Sir Heathybean explained the sun, which is really a star. On Monday, Austin learned that the sun is a ball of burning gas. It warms our planet with its heat. On Tuesday, Austin and Queen Vernita learned that the sun is middle-aged. It's halfway through its cycle. On Wednesday, they learned that the sun is very big. On Thursday, Austin learned that the sun is far away in the universe, 93 million miles from Earth. On Friday, he learned that light travels 300,000 kilometers per second. This means that it takes about 8 minutes for the light from the sun to come to the Earth. On Saturday, Austin and Queen Vernita learned that without the sun, life on Earth would not be possible. On Sunday, Austin learned that we can use the sun to tell time. Cora, the teacher, taught Austin how to use a sundial. Austin loved learning about the sun during the 31 days of January, and Cora, the teacher, gave Austin a lot of projects to do at home so he could learn more on his own. In February, Daniel came to visit Queen Vernita in her Oceaneers castle. He was very excited to meet Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, and Cora, the teacher. Cora had lessons planned for all 28 days of February, and this month they would learn about Mercury. On Monday, Daniel learned that Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It orbits our sun in an elliptical or oval manner that brings it very close to the sun for part of its orbit. On Tuesday, Daniel and Queen Vernita learned that Mercury completes one trip around the sun every 88 days. On Wednesday, they learned that Mercury's surface looks very similar to the Earth's moon. On Thursday, Daniel learned that Mercury has a thin atmosphere that does not trap the sun's heat very well. On Friday, she learned that temperatures on Mercury can range from about minus 270 degrees Fahrenheit to over 800 degrees Fahrenheit. Whew! On Saturday, Daniel learned that in Roman mythology, Mercury is the god of commerce, travel, and thievery. On Sunday, Daniel and Queen Vernita learned that Mercury probably got its name because it moves so quickly across the sky. Daniel could not wait to get home and share all of the new things that he learned about Mercury from Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, and Cora, the teacher. In March, Queen Vernita and Cora, the teacher, had lots of new information for Odessa to learn about Venus. On Monday, Odessa learned that Venus is the second planet in our solar system. On Tuesday, Odessa and Queen Vernita learned that Venus orbits between Earth and Mercury. On Wednesday, they learned that Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. On Thursday, Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, taught Odessa that Venus has a thick atmosphere made of carbon dioxide and nitrogen compounds. On Friday, she learned that Venus is about the same size as Earth, but it rotates in retrograde. That means it spins in the opposite direction from Earth. On Saturday, Odessa learned that Venus rotates very slowly. It takes 243 Earth days to make up a single day on Venus. On Sunday, Odessa and Queen Vernita learned that Venus was named after the Roman goddess of love. Odessa loved learning how to use a telescope. It was so fascinating to be able to see far into the universe. April brought spring to the Oceaneers' kingdom, and along with the season came Sophia. Sophia was going to learn about Earth during the 30 days of April. On Monday, Sophia learned that Earth is the third planet from the sun. On Tuesday, Sophia and Queen Vernita learned that Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has animal and plant life on it. On Wednesday, they learned 71% of the Earth's surface is covered in salt water. On Thursday, Sophia learned that the Earth orbits the sun once for every 366.26 times it rotates on its axis. One rotation is equal to about one full day. It takes the Earth one whole year to orbit the sun. On Friday, she learned that the length of time is called a sidereal year, which is equal to 365.26 solar days. On Saturday, Sir Heathy-Bean the astronomer told Sophia that the Earth's surface is made up of a series of rafts called tectonic plates floating on a sea of melted material called magma. On Sunday, Sophia learned that the Earth has an inner core that may be solid and an outer core that may be liquid. The Earth has over 1 million different species of plants and animals, said Cora the teacher. Life on Earth is very precious, said Sophia. In the 31 days of May, Jake came to visit. Jake has cerebral palsy, which is a disease of the muscles. Jake has had this disease since he was born, and he has to use a walker to help him walk. Thank you for inviting me to your castle so I can learn all about the moon, Jake said to Queen Vernita. You are very welcome, Jake. I'm happy that you were able to come and meet Sir Heathy-Bean the astronomer and Cora the teacher. On Monday, Jake learned that the moon is the only natural satellite. A satellite is a small body orbiting a larger body. On Tuesday, he learned that it takes 4 moons to equal the same size as the Earth. On Wednesday, Jake and Queen Vernita learned that moon is a Germanic name. On Thursday, they learned that the moon is also called Luna, which is a Latin word. On Friday, Cora the teacher told Jake that the rotation of the moon is only 10 miles per hour. On Saturday, Jake learned that the ocean's high and low tides are created by the moon's gravitational force on the Earth. On Sunday, Jake and Queen Vernita learned that an eclipse is when the moon, sun, and Earth are all in a line. The moon blocks the sun's rays from the Earth, making it dark in the daytime. Wow, this has been an incredible experience for me, Jake exclaimed at the end of his visit. June was the beginning of summer in the Oceaneers' kingdom. This is when Javier came to visit Queen Vernita. This is going to be the best 30 days of June that I have ever spent, Javier said. On Monday, Javier learned that Mars is the 4th planet from the sun. On Tuesday, Cora the teacher told Javier that Mars was named after the Roman god of war. On Wednesday, Javier and Queen Vernita learned that Mars is also called the red planet. On Thursday, Javier learned that Mars has 2 moons. One is called Phobos and the other is called Deimos. On Friday, he learned that Mars is half the size of the Earth. On Saturday, Javier learned that Mars has seasons just like the Earth, but that these seasons last twice as long as the Earth's. On Sunday, Javier and Queen Vernita learned that it takes about 2 Earth years to make up 1 Mars year. It was a joy to teach you all about the planet Mars, said Cora the teacher. Thank you for listening so carefully to everything we taught you. When July came, so did Micah. Heathy-Bean decided that Micah would learn all about Jupiter during the 31 days of the month of July. On Monday, Micah learned that Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. On Tuesday, he learned that Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. On Wednesday, Micah learned that the Romans named the planet for the Roman god of sky and thunder. On Thursday, Micah and Queen Vernita learned that Jupiter has 16 moons. On Friday, Cora the teacher taught Micah that Jupiter is made up mostly of gas. On Saturday, Micah learned that scientists believe that the temperature at the center of Jupiter might be as high as 43,000 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, he learned that Jupiter has 3 planetary rings that circle the planet. These rings are made of dust. The planet Jupiter is a great subject to learn about in July, Micah said. The 31 days of August is a very hot time in the land of quails. That's when Balint came to visit Queen Vernita, Sir Heathybean the astronomer, and Cora the teacher. During this month, Sir Heathybean taught Balint all about Saturn. On Monday, Balint learned that Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun. On Tuesday, he learned that Saturn is named after the Roman god Saturnus. On Wednesday, Balint and Queen Vernita learned that Saturn is also referred to as a gas planet. It has a small, solid inner core. On Thursday, Sir Heathybean the astronomer told Balint that Saturn has 25 moons that orbit the planet. 25. On Friday, Balint learned that Saturn has many rings that are made of mostly ice particles. On Saturday, Balint learned that it takes Saturn about 10.5 Earth days to rotate. On Sunday, Cora the teacher told Balint that it takes 98 Earths to equal the size of one Saturn. I enjoyed your visit this summer, Queen Vernita told Balint. I'm so glad I came to see you, he said. This is the best time I've ever had. As the season of summer left, fall came. The leaves of the trees were changing colors when Allie arrived to visit Queen Vernita. She was very excited to be visiting her all 30 days of September. On Monday, Allie learned that Uranus is the 7th planet from the sun. On Tuesday, she learned that Uranus was named after the ancient Greek deity of the sky. On Wednesday, Allie and Queen Vernita learned that Uranus is also known as one of the ice giants because it is the coldest planet in the solar system. On Thursday, Cora the teacher told Allie that Uranus revolves around the sun once every 84 Earth years. On Friday, Allie and Queen Vernita learned that the diameter of Uranus is over 4 times that of the Earth. On Saturday, they learned that Uranus has 13 rings around it. These rings are made of particles from the planet's surface. On Sunday, Allie learned that it takes 17 hours and 14 minutes for Uranus to rotate once. Earth's rotation takes 24 hours, which is 1 day. Cora, you have been the best teacher I have ever had, exclaimed Allie. In October, the days became shorter and all the leaves had changed colors. Some leaves were falling from the trees. October was Jamie's favorite month of the year, so he picked this month to visit Queen Vernita, Sir Heathybean the astronomer, and Cora the teacher. On Monday, Jamie learned that Neptune is the 8th planet from the sun. On Tuesday, he learned that Neptune is named after the Roman god of the sea. On Wednesday, Jamie and Queen Vernita learned that Neptune's diameter is about 4 times that of Earth. On Thursday, they learned that Neptune has 11 moons. On Friday, Jamie learned that Neptune is a very cold planet. On Saturday, Jamie learned that Neptune has rings that are made up of dust particles. On Sunday, he learned that Neptune has very fast winds that may blow its cloudy atmosphere as fast as 700 miles an hour. Jamie was so sad that the 31 days of October went by so fast, it was already time for him to go home. In November, Glenn came to visit. Glenn was born with Down syndrome. This means that he has an extra chromosome. A chromosome is made of proteins and DNA. Most people are born with 21 chromosomes. Glenn has 22, which makes him look a little bit different. On Monday, Glenn learned that Pluto is a dwarf planet and is part of the Kuiper Belt, which is a collection of small icy bodies on the outer edge of our solar system. On Tuesday, Glenn and Queen Vernita learned that Pluto is made of ice and rock. On Wednesday, they learned that a day on Pluto, or one full rotation around its axis, takes about 6 Earth days. On Thursday, Glenn learned that Pluto has 3 moons. They are named Charon, Nix, and Hydra. On Friday, Glenn learned that Pluto was named for Hades, the Greek god of the underworld. On Saturday, Sir Heathy Bean told Glenn that Pluto is the 10th largest body that orbits the sun. On Sunday, Glenn learned that astronomers think the temperature of Pluto could be as low as minus 375 degrees Fahrenheit. What was your favorite part of learning about Pluto? Asked Cora the teacher. Pluto is a dwarf planet and different than the other planets. I'm different than other people, said Glenn. The 30 days of November went by so quickly, I can't believe it is already over. Next month is December. Well, it was cold outside when Joseph came to visit Queen Vernita in December. December is the 12th month of the year. In the 31 days of December, Joseph learned about asteroids and comets. On Monday, Joseph learned that asteroid belts are made of materials left over from the creation of the solar system. On Tuesday, he learned that most asteroids are located between the planets Mars and Jupiter. On Wednesday, Joseph and Queen Vernita learned that asteroids are made up of different materials. Some are made of iron and some are a mix of other materials. On Thursday, Sir Heathy Bean told Joseph that some comets are thought to have come from the outer solar system and a place called the Oort cloud. On Friday, Joseph learned that astronomers study to figure out what asteroids are made of and where they are going. On Saturday, he learned that some asteroids come very close to Earth and are called near-Earth asteroids. On Sunday, Joseph and Queen Vernita learned that astronomers can observe to see how fast asteroids spin and what they are made of. Astronomers can even guess the shape of asteroids. I will go home and tell my family all I've learned about asteroid belts, Joseph told Sir Heathy Bean, the astronomer. They will be interested in everything I have to tell them. I am so glad to hear that, Cora the teacher answered. Joseph stayed until the end of the year. On the last day of the year, which is December 31st, Heathy Bean, the astronomer, and Cora the teacher packed up all of their telescopes, chalkboards, books, charts, and photos. Thank you for inviting us to visit your castle and meet all of your friends, said Cora the teacher. I have really enjoyed teaching all of your visitors about the universe, said Heathy Bean, the astronomer. Queen Vernita was sad to see Heathy Bean, the astronomer, and Cora the teacher pack their things and go home. She stood on her balcony and waved to them. Goodbye, my friends. Have a safe trip, she shouted to them as they drove off. This year, I will take my friends to visit the Islands of Enchantment. They'll be excited to learn about the sea and plant life of our Oceaneers Islands, Queen Vernita said to herself. Queen Vernita sat down and began to write her invitation for the new year. That is the story of Queen Vernita meets Sir Heathy Bean, the astronomer. Lots of repetition to help kids learn and lots of adventure. And I shortened the story just a bit, but there are other stories by Dr. Don Menge on the Queen Vernita adventures. So if you want some of the earlier story times as well, they are up online on fm100.com. Have a great day and thanks for joining me on Rebecca's Reading Club for Kids. I'm Rebecca Cressman with FM 100.3.